Hey everybody, I'm Yvonne Williams with Back to Earth Creations, and in this live stream, I'm messing about over at my wire wrapping station, and I have an electroforming whoopsie. I had left, like, it's stuck on the hook, so I don't know how I'm gonna get this to not be stuck on the hook anymore. Hey Karen, but it's like, man, it builds up some solid copper. Like, I mean, it's gonna sound like it may have seemed obvious to some of y'all, but it was not obvious to me how solid this solid copper is. Hey Judith, hey Jim, hey Teresa, hey Nime, hey Becca, how's it going? So I'm trying really hard to just gently but firmly bust this apart. Nope, nope. Aloha. Good morning. Hey Sandy. She says you look beautiful again today. I think that niece is good for you. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. Maddie she completes our home. She completes me as a person. This thing's stuck on there. Hello. Hey, Mystic. Oh. Hey, Laura. Hey, Jenny Vunk. Okay, so I've been making. I'm sure some of y'all have noticed. These seashells that had like they've been sitting on my workbench for like it feels like a million years at this point. I left the little hook in the electroforming. I tried to reuse them, and this one built up too big, and now I can't get it out of the loop. So that sucks. Hey, Forging S'mores. Oh, gosh, and I'm heartbroken too because it was looking so pretty, and I don't think there's any way that I can manage it to just leave it in there, but I can't cut through it because I mean, this is literally solid copper. Gonna try though. Box being posted Friday. Oh my gosh, Jim, thank you. Yeah, I'm saving up a pile of cabs to send off to Jim. I'm actually gonna get this turned around, that way y'all can feel my pain. And I'm going to be doing some live Q&A with you guys today also, so if any of y'all have any questions, be sure to do the @ sign, just like how Christy did, the @ Yvonne Williams. Could you try heating it, possibly? Oh, is that Maddie with my coffee? Thank you, Maddie. Maddie and I had, okay, so you know the movie Practical Magic, where they do midnight margaritas? Well, we did midnight meat and mudslides last night, and we made a non-alcoholic mudslide. Do what, Randy? She didn't have a mudslide. She had basically the mudslide without the mud in it, like, or without the slide, just the mud. It was basically a frappuccino at that point. But no, so I think midnight meat and mudslides is a new tradition, because it was heckin's fun. And we had put the lime in the coconut and shake it all up. But no, it was a lot of fun. We've been having an unreasonably good time though, you guys. Like, not to make you jealous or anything, but it's been amazing. A hacksaw. I have a jeweler's saw. Oh, thank you. That's a very good idea. A jeweler's saw that I've actually never used before because I'm scared of it, and I'm not entirely certain why. Like, I can't explain to you why I'm scared of using my jeweler's saw. I just stand. Mix it all up. The lime in the coconut. Which blade should I use? There's so many. This one looks pretty good. Oh, they're all wired together. Look at that. Watch your fingers. Hey, Sparkies. I watched your vlog and saw they leaves. They're poisonous to cats. Pollen gets on their fur and then they lick themselves. Huh. I'll keep that in mind. I had no idea about that. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. Okay, guys, how do I use this? Put the lime. Do what? You know how to use the saw. Well, yeah, but I don't know how to put the blade in. That's the scary part. Do I put it in front of or behind? I'm gonna put it in behind, or in like this. Ooh, yeah, but I want to use this. That's a good idea also. If I weren't doing a live stream, I'd try the Dremel, but that's quite loud and I want to be able to hang out with you guys. But yeah, my thought process of having it in front of the bolts is I'm going to be pressing. Actually, I shouldn't be doing much pressing at all. The screws will clamp it down. Okay. Okay. We can do this. We've got this. I hope I don't lose any fingers or eyeballs. But yeah, we had a lot of fun with midnight meat and mudslides. And played Sims until about 3 in the morning, which I think was phenomenal. I don't know. Did I just put it on backwards. Let's get this turned around. Have you seen Good Omens? I have not. We read the book. Well, actually, we listened to the audiobook, which was an experience in and of itself because the voice acting was so good. Hey, Natalie, how's it going? But I haven't watched the show yet. I wanted to be able to sit down and give it my undivided attention. And I think it might be something that we do when we're like in a hotel room and don't have like work stuff to do. Okay, so now that it's in there, do I push that until it's nice and taut? Oh no, what happened, Laura? Okay. Then I'm actually going to get this moved over. Hey, Teresa. I'm using a jeweler's saw for the first time in my little life today. I'm going to be lowering this down. Actually, let me just get this into the tripod. How do I tighten that? Is that? Sure. Put the lime in the coconut and mix it all. The blade needs to be tight enough to ping. Okay. That seems very important. Let me make sure it's pingable. Did I just get a notification? Yes, turn that off. Okay, so I'm pushing on that quite firmly. Tighten that down. Keep these guys nice and tight. And I think I didn't have that guy tight enough. Hooey. Okay. Nice and tight. Okay. Try that again. There's a ping. Y'all hear that? Woo! Woo! Retinal surgery. Is he doing well? I'm gonna remove my charging cord. Tell the story of the Dragon Eye and the Mythbusters. That changed our life, yo. Gosh, it was actually it has faded into the back of my memory as just the start of this whole blur that has become my professional career as a YouTuber. So I'm tucking this in behind. Yeah. Let's read some questions. Put the lime in the coconut and mix it all. Alana says, if you cut lilies from inside, just remove the stamen. Voila, no pollen inside. Ooh, that's a good idea. Am I supposed to lube this? I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to lubricate it first. What do I lubricate it with? And you're in my way. He's groggy and hurty, but doing okay. Right on. Huh? More questions. Oh, okay. Do you craft anything Halloweenish? I'm a Halloween freak and seems to need some new ideas. Not in particular. Like, I don't know. I like the whole aesthetic for like all year round, if that makes sense. I didn't want to stay put in its little soft spot. McKenna says, working along with you today, making leather bracelets for Pride. Ooh. Donating part of the proceeds to the Trevor Project at the end of the month. Right on. That's awesome. And this is pinning it as well. This is an odd little, maybe I should start from the outside? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, if y'all hadn't noticed. And Jim says, it adjusts like a hacksaw, the end wing nut is the tension. Okay. Ah! Oh, Jim, I had no idea. I didn't even notice that there was a wing nut there. It's still got that ping going. Okay, I'm still going to keep trying to come in from this inside section. And I'll throw it all around. Okay. Starting to see some dust fall. If this isn't some ASMR stuff, or I don't know what is, you guys. Keep those questions coming. I can answer questions and saw at the same time, I think. Put some lime in the coconut and mix it all up. Oh, this is riveting stuff, I'm sure. Ooh, look at how far that's gone. Oh, wow. Right on. Actual, like, measurable progress. Liz is like, wow, exciting. I know, right? Oh, like, super, the tension is heart palpitations. A vice would be a good idea. I have no vice, so, well, got lots of vices, but no vice. So I feel like I only really need to get it like halfway, and then I can just break it. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, this is most of jewelry making. Is very zen, but not exactly that exciting to watch. Golly, Ned, you're tough. Yeah, not very exciting to watch, but fun to do. I'm having a blast. Sorry, guys, but I'm doing this for the rest of my life. What is ASMR? I don't know. It's something that, like, it's eating cucumbers in people's ears, I think. Like, I don't know how to define it. Give it a Google if you're into weird stuff, I guess. Like, some of it can get pretty weird. But,
What are you cutting and why?
Do what?
What are you cutting and why?
Okay, so I left a piece onto Electroform for almost 24 hours at this point. And the hook that I had used built up thicker than what the opening of the bail will allow to pass through it, and this stuff is like dead hard. There is no wiggle here. So now I get to try to figure out how to cut through this. Woo! Woo! Put the lime in the coconut and mix it all up, so that I can finish off the pendant. This is fun though. I like this. I'm not miserable at all. I hate this. I hate everything about it. Oh god. When will it end? Never. I'm using gravity because I don't want to be pushing too hard. I don't want to put stress on the blade. I need to just let the teeth do its thing. At least I think. So I can't emphasize enough. I don't really know what I'm doing. But now, do I come up from below or from above? Whoop, nope, that's the flesh. Okay, yeah, I have a lot more control over it, just kind of cutting one way. Am I even going the right direction? Yeah, it looks like I can use this either direction. Put some lime in the coconut and mix it all up. Put some lime in the coconut. But yeah, I like this because it lets you get like intensely focused. Ooh, Christy says, oh, the screen just went dark. Ooh, she says, my birthday is Saturday. I bought myself a polymer clay press or pasta machine. Where is the cheapest place to get polymer clay? Honestly, I would kind of check through the ads for Hobby Lobby, Michael's, or Joann's, because the cheapest I've been able to find is whenever they'll have like a 30 or 40% off sale, or even if they'll have like a 40% off your entire purchase. That's what I found is just the best. It's hard to beat. You have the clay right then. There's no like shipping cost or time. And that's the thing, is you have to be more patient than the piece, and it is hard to beat the patience of inanimate objects. Huh? Hey, Sam. Muggle says, do you like to listen to music while you craft? Nime, that's a good idea. She says, do you have a ring grippy thing that could hold it for you? Yes. Yes, I do. Y'all have a better concept of my tools than I do, and honestly, I'm gonna need to use that because it's heating up now. Burnt my little fingers. Okay. I do like to listen to music. I have a Spotify like playlist that I just kind of endlessly chain. Okay, this is gonna look like a weird little contraption, but I'm gonna put the blade in first, and then I'm gonna grab it. A chunk of metal. Let's hope it'll hold it. I feel like, oh yeah, that's quite nice, comparatively. I think we're gonna get through it, you guys. We've got this. I really should have done this off camera. But no, there's this band that I've been listening to that's like Viking chanting plus didgeridoos, and that makes me really happy here lately. So I've been listening to a lot of that. Wardruna, I think, is the name of one of the bands on that channel that I listen to quite a bit now. But yeah, you can see we're making some progress. Play classical, no copyright. I know, but it's loud. It's so loud. Puts the lime in the coconut.
Yeah, you think that, Jim, but you still can't do it.
Yeah, we can't risk it. I'd rather just babble incessantly at you guys. Ouch. Ah! Thank goodness for fingernails. Don't I have beeswax or something somewhere that I could lube this up with?
That was not my fairy size stirrer. That was Jim's fairy size stirrer.
Do what? Yeah, that was Jim's poop. Anybody who got poop in their crap boxes, like fake poop, obviously. That was Jim's stool sample from like, was it like 3 years ago now? We've been hoarding that fake poop that Jim sent us. Oh man, you can't beat this as far as quality entertainment goes. What if I just hit it with a hammer a bunch? Would that work? And it's usually at this point in a project that I just beg Randy to do it, and then I go do something fun. Not gonna lie, 100% that's usually what happens.
There's people saying for you to do that already.
Oh, just have you do it?
Yep.
Nah, Randy's been doing enough work today. He just finished up a whole bunch of like 200 pairs of horns. So close. I shouldn't even thought that just now. I was like, man, this saw blade's really been holding up well. It's probably gonna break any second. But yeah, I do. Well, I love listening to music while I craft, especially whenever it's stuff like this. Let's see if I can. Yeah, hulked it apart. Okay. Ow, my hand. Cool. Okay, so that's done. Now we get to do the fun part. Whoop, over here. Have you electroplated any horns? Ooh, I haven't. um, whew. Bennett says, I just tried my first wire working today. Man, you guys make it look easy, but I did it. Right on. Okay, let's see. We'll peel off. Ooh, that's some lapis lazuli right there. And then let's peel off this latex to expose the shell. Put the lime in the coconut. Wouldn't a set of small butt cutters have been a little quicker? Yes. Yes, it would have. Ooh. Yeah, I just read that. Don't we have some somewhere? Yeah, but now I've but now I have popped my saw blade cherry on camera with y'all. So I've now officially used a jeweler's saw for the first time. That's pretty exciting. But yeah, so this is it before tumbling, anything like that. It's just the rough electroformed growth. and I get to do this now on this one that I think that's some opalite. I did, Daniel, just now with y'all on using oh, what's it? My jeweler's saw. I've never done that before. So this one, I had done it with like the copper. I mostly just off of Amazon, Jim, is where I get a lot of my tools from. Hey Anna, how's it going? At least you use protection on your shell, right? Always, always use protection on your shell. Oh, good gravy. And then we've got that one. We've got this one here that I think is another lapis. And so it starts out just the graphite, though I did wrap the little cabs in a little bit of like 1/8 inch. Yep, right, Britta. Hey Sean, how's it going? Ooh, Rachel says, how do you feel about electroplating mini figurines that you buy? I found a few items recently. I thought you might like to experiment, but I wasn't sure your stance on it. I don't know. That's something I feel like if I buy, like I bought this off of Fire Mountain Gems, and that's not a good example, but let's say that this were like just a lump of something. I purchased the thing, and then I electroplate it, and then it's using another material. Like whenever you buy like something like this is a much better example. I think I got this off of like Amazon from China. With the full intent to electroform over it. That way, I don't know if this has nickel in it or what, but if I sand it down and then I'm going to give it a little bit more of a shape in between the knotwork, and then I'm going to electroform it and use it as a component in a big wire wrapped like circlet. I feel like that isn't too much different than buying buying beads or wire materials from anywhere else and then shaping them up into something else. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, so here's a bunch that I'm going to be just electroforming and wire wrapping and all sorts of stuff, but I spent a lot of yesterday just coating these guys in latex. I really like that one. I think that's going to come out pretty cool. Going to try to do a nice like low and slow take on growth on this one. Hey Unicornia, I do live streams every Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you're watching this, whatever time zone you're in, if you're watching it live, I started about 25 minutes ago. So I hope that helps. Ooh, super exciting news too, by the way, you guys. We're going crystal mining, I think, on Monday. If I can get Patreon all put together and shipped off, then we'll be going out on Monday. And so Tuesday's live stream will be from...
It may not be a Tuesday.
We're going to try. We're going to try to have a Tuesday live stream. If it's not a live stream, it's at least going to be a video that we've shot and uploaded from the mine. Bye, Patience. Thanks for popping in and saying hey. Yeah, we're gonna go mining in Arkansas. I think we're gonna bounce around and try to hit a few mines. But and then so next week's Thursday giveaway is going to be on some quartz crystals, or a quartz crystal, we don't know yet, that are from the mine, which I think that'll be pretty cool. Yeah. Well, that was a lot of fun. I actually really liked using my jeweler's saw. And now I'm going to make some earrings for my next trick. Hey, Kate, how's it going? Have you ever done any abstract painting? Not intentionally, I don't think. Should I use 18 gauge? Yeah, I'll use 18 gauge. So I'm using 18 gauge antique copper. Ooh, blue. Well, I don't know, what color is the rest of the dragon, Muggle? You put the lime in the coconut and mix it all up. Okay. And I'm going to cut off, 10 inches times 2. His feet are yellow, but his spikes are blue. Maybe yellow for the wings then, to give some nice contrast. Though I don't know. Let me get this lamp on so it's slightly, there we go, better lighting. So today I'm gonna make, I don't know, it's a design that I've been bumping around in my head for a couple of days, actually a couple of weeks now at this point. So I'm coming in about 4 inches from the top. No, actually that's 3 inches. Ooh, okay, more questions, Randy says. Ooh. I don't know if we'll be popping through to see Lauren, Sam. I haven't checked with her about her work schedule. And it's just, things have just been really busy, and I was going to focus on just hanging out with Maddie. Like, I'm not really good at doing, I'm better at one-on-one as opposed to, like, multiple friends at a time, if that makes sense. Because it's been so long since I've seen Lauren that I'd want to give her my full attention. Okay. Do you have a rock tumbler? I do, but I've only ever tumbled chainmail or jewelry pieces in it. I've never actually tumbled stones. So I bent both of them about 3 inches in. Do you have a video where you explain why some polymer blends are better than others in a pasta machine roller? I've done a comparison video, Coco, of like Sculpey versus Sculpey Primo. Just in my own experience, but I'm not much of a chemist or anything like that, so I don't know why some brands might be better than others. And a lot of it is because sometimes I'll get a brand of clay and it'll work phenomenally. And then I'll get the same brand of clay and it's like all crumbly and awful, and I'm like, oh, this is the worst. So I don't know. Primo Sculpey, though, I've been pretty consistent with having just good, not crumbly results. Where did you get that jeweler's table you're working on? Amazon. I kid you not, we got it on Amazon. Actually, I think we might have gotten it on eBay, but then I found it on Amazon for cheaper and my heart was broken. But I lived. Have you ever stamped polymer clay like you would on paper? I have. And the acid-free, like, paper crafting inks actually were baked really well and, like, held their color, even the metallic ones. Where in Arkansas do you mine for quartz? David, we're going to be down in the Mount Ida area. Oh, no! Why can't you get to work, Moon's Vlogs? Bugger. Okay, well the 4mm doesn't fit onto my 18 gauge wire. I should have checked that first. Okay. Right on, Susan. So I'm doing a 5mm, a 6mm, and then a faceted 8mm. I'd wanted to do a 4mm as well, that way it would have been just a little longer, but it does not fit onto my 18 gauge wire. Bummer. That's alright. Maybe next time. Ooh, Jules and Gem says, I just got a tumbler, but I have no idea how to use it. Any suggestions? The number one thing that I use my tumbler for, I polish up base metal chainmail jewelry. Like, I don't put anodized stuff in there. Hey, Jason. Yeah, there were we didn't get hit by any of the tornadoes, but there was a whole mess going on. I really like sending these electroformed pieces so you can see this really rough texture. Putting them through the tumbler will, oops, crap, I'm gonna have to find that. Will smooth it down quite a bit, into a much smoother, nicer finish. Alright, give me a sec as we search for beads. Where you at, bead? No, you're not a bead. Oh, there you are. Oof. Oh, big old clump of dog hair. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Carmen says, when wire wrapping, do you recommend hard or soft wire? For the most part, I recommend soft wire because you can make it get hard. But oh no, I'm still missing. Oh crap! What size am I missing? I'm missing the 5mm. No, I'm missing my 6. There you go. Okay. But also there are some, like, sometimes memory wire, which is like a spring steel, and I would consider a very hard wire, just behaves differently than copper ever will. So sometimes I prefer to use that for in a project. So it depends on the project, but for like most of my wire wrapping, I go for dead soft. You could coat the shell again with rubber so it doesn't get too thin and break. That is a really good idea. And a lot of the times I typically do leave the latex on until after it was tumbling. I was just very excited. Diane says, do you have a Facebook page just for business? If so, how do you feel about it? I was thinking about doing one for mine, but I think there are actual benefits to it. Thought? We do have a business Facebook page. I personally would recommend getting one, if only because, I mean, it is free, and it builds up a little bit of a portfolio. So you can post pictures and things, like just about everybody. If they don't have a Facebook, they've at least heard of it. And so you can build up a little bit of a portfolio on there and like post events and things. And even if you aren't particularly active on it or don't feel like you want to do a whole lot of time and effort, it's free. And when you're doing when you're running a business, anything that you can get or do for free, it can be kind of cool. So I'm gonna try to mirror image these, and I don't know. Yeah, I'll twist it off in this direction. I hope that works. Put the lime in the coconut, mix it all up. Heidi asks, do you ever use silver? Very rarely, because it's a bit rich for my for my budget. But I'd love to work with it more, especially, getting more into metal smithing and stuff. But I figured I'd just stick with using copper for a little bit longer. And then, gain a little bit more confidence in like soldering and stuff before I start working with silver. Okay, so I'm doing just a little bead cap here on the end. And then just continuing that around. So it turns out I used way more wire than what I needed. That's okay though. I can solder my butt off. Right on. How do you get entered for the free drawings? Yeah, speaking of which, to participate in today's giveaway, what you would do is if you go to Tuesday's live stream, so I guess that would have been the 11th, maybe, I don't know what day it is. It's the 13th, the 11th of June, and then leave a comment at the 45-minute mark of this video. Randy and I will be going to a random comment picker and using that to pick one of y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna see. Huh?
If you're caught up on questions, let her know.
Okay.
I don't think you're caught up.
Right. Anna asks, what do you use to seal raw copper wire? I use a microcrystalline wax called Renaissance wax. And it does wear off over time, but a little goes a long way. And other than that, I've used like PIM before. It's preserve your memories, but it's out of production now, and I haven't really found an alternative that I like. So those are what I use. And again, I let people know, I'm like, hey, this is copper. It's gonna turn you green. It's like if you don't like it, go with the para wire for sure. Oh, show. But yeah, I made these like ages ago, and I had used the Renaissance wax on them, and it's kept it from oxidizing. Yeah, at the very end of Tuesday's live stream, it's just a mess. Apparently, I need to restart my phone more than like once every 8 days. Who'd have thought? Oops. Smooshing that down. Right on. This is just Cutter Craft Cake. Man, it took a minute. Oh, was it a craft along or was it from Patreon? And then I'm just gonna make a little bitty swirl. I use Pledge floor wax to seal items. Modelers have been using it for years. Thin, clear, and takes forever to wear off. Right on. I'll have to try that out. That would be really cool. There we go. And so those are just some quick little earrings.
One more question to answer.
Right on. Do you do certain crafts during craft hangouts? Not in particular. Usually it's whatever work surface is least cluttered at the time. Sometimes I'll have specific projects in mind. But a lot of it is just I'm just bumping around into stuff. Like I don't really have a rhyme or reason plan. This one came out. I like this one better than that one. This one cinched down a little too tight to the beads. What polish do you use in the tumbler? I use Sunshine Burnishing Compound by Rio Grande, or rather from Rio Grande, and some stainless steel shot from the same company. It's like the angled stuff. In that way, it'll get in between like all the little nooks and crannies and things, and polishes up even chainmail. Dip it, swing about your head like a mandolin, or sting off extra and hang dry, or just hand dry and dab the drips off as they form. Okay. Right? Ooh, they would, Mandy. That's a good idea. When can we have a long stream again? Probably late July through August. I'll probably start doing streams beyond an hour. But it's when Maddie's here. It's as much as I love you guys, I'm gonna go hang out with Maddie as much as I can in this limited time that we get to have her. Sabrina asks, do you have a video of how to wire wrap a bead with no hole? Quite a few, actually. No, most of them are for flat-backed cabochons, but they can be modified for beads also. So there's some earrings. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of halfway doing like loose tutorial in the live stream, but also we need inventory. So these will be up for sale at Tokyo and Tulsa. Do what, love? It blocking or timing out? Wow. Yeah, it's persistent. I wonder what he could accomplish if they put that persistence towards something productive. Mystic says, dip it, swing around your head like a mad woman. Oof, but then it'd get on everything else in my house too. Ah, right on. Penny says, mail just arrived. I have my box of crap. Okay, what are we doing next? I'll actually show you. I've got this bead here. That's a little heart-shaped opalite that I was wanting to wire wrap. So I'm gonna rub my dirty little fingerprints off of it. I think I'm gonna use 16 gauge. That's the wrong drawer. There we go. This is more Parawire. This is their 16 gauge in the titanium tone. Ah, do it outside. I think it was actually gifted to me, Susan. Though I try to keep them grouped together, like with the notes that y'all send. But they just end up getting separated, so I'm not certain. If you recognize this and you sent it, please let me know so I can thank you properly. I completely missed it, so I have no idea what the troll said or what y'all are talking about, so. I hope everything's okay, Tracy. Right? So I'm going to cut 4 15-inch strands of this, right on, Mandy. 4 15-inch strands of this 16 gauge. And this is, I believe, standard wire gauge, so don't quote me on it. Oh no! Yeah, my stream's still going. It is. This is opalite. Tasher's son. And now I'm also going to be using, I need to order more, but some half round. And this is 18 gauge half round. Terribly low on this. Okay. And I've got a little clip stuff that I need to reorder. Okay. So now with my oh no, Tracy. I'm gonna come in about that far and just give it a bend. I go up far enough on my pliers that where'd my fourth one go? There it is. It'll fit comfortably around the 16 gauge wire. And then I'm just gonna do, I think, 5 rotations. Okay. I'm gonna come in and swoosh that. Swoosh that. Okay, so that's 4. Let's do our 5th. Bring that around to the back. That around to the back. Okay. Oh, yes, it is opalite, Tashers. I tried doing that wire wrap and it's very difficult to make it look good. It can be for sure. And a lot of the times I'll let it just be messy and have it be organic looking. I've found that if you go with a thicker wire, um, I personally kind of like the look of it better, even whenever it's messy with a thick wire, better than I do with a very thin. Like, if I didn't have 18, I'd go for 16 as opposed to 20, if that makes sense, depending on the size of the stone. Okay, so I've done this wrap there, and now we're going to do another one. Again, coming in about that far, doing that first wrap. I like to follow the pattern of which side I enter on. When you go mining, does it cost anything? I think so. We're gonna try to go mining. Like some of the places will charge you by the bucket. Some of the places will just charge you per person. So I can't speak for, it's just Google the mine that you're gonna be going to and see what they have to say. But we're gonna try to fit in. We're driving down on Monday, and we're gonna try to fit in at least a few hours of mining somewhere. And then we're going to be mining again on Tuesday, and we'll decide if we want to stay with the same mine or go to a different one. Yeah, user engagement is user engagement. I missed something, but I looked up and read, "Be calm, fellow Yvonne. Even the bad thumbs equals money for the Yvonne Randy goddess." Well, it's very kind, but it's yeah, I don't sweat it. Sometimes people will thumb down because it's grainy. Sometimes it's the trolls who get blocked. Sometimes it's people who are just like, "Damn it, Ron, I hate your face." It's okay. I can't. I can only control what's going on with me. And right now, I'm having a pretty good time hanging out with y'all wire wrapping, so. Woo, giveaway time. Okay, let me finish this wrap. And I haven't been anywhere. Like, this truly will be my very first time crystal mining. So, other than like just rummaging for rocks as a kid, but I'm pretty excited. I miss my thumbnail. It keeps pulling my skin away from the base of my thumb. Aw. Yeah, but oh well. If hate is gonna hate, no, it's all right. They have a right to. And I also have a very much right to just ignore them. So, win-win. Okay, so I want this part at the center base right here. Randy, I'm going to finish wire wrapping this and then do the giveaway. So that curve there is pretty akin to right here on my mandrel. So I'm actually going to grip and then press as uniformly as I can. And I always go a little bit more than what I need, that way I can kind of press it back open. Super durable, cool. Today's giveaway is the pair of earrings that I made in last week's live stream. That's a really good question. What did I do with them? I set them over here so I could give them away. Boop, boop, boop. Where you at, earrings? Well, crap.
Okay.
Huh?
Mud will dye our clothes permanently.
Okay. That's good to know. There they are. today's giveaway is this pair of earrings. But I'll be giving those away after we've wrapped this. Is there really any good colored wire out there to use, like blue or turquoise, that doesn't scrape off easy? Barbara, I would recommend checking out Parawire. Same to you, Judith. For that's it, just parawire.com. Though there are some other distributors. Okay, scooching these guys in on each side. Well, thanks, CFA. Yeah. And so now I'm gonna get my thumbnail in there and just split that open just a bit on the front and back. Okay. And now I'm gonna come in with my flat nose pliers, just getting in there, supporting from the back side as much as I can because I don't want my pliers to slip off and scrape. But I'm just gonna bend up. Then here on the front side, I'm gonna bend up. So we have like that, and I'm gonna flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. I haven't at this point decided which is the front and which is the back because I go with just which side looks better after it's all said and done. And I actually think I like this one better, so we'll go with that one. Now I am going to open this up just a bit too. Grab it and boop, just a bit. Grab it and boop, just a bit. Same thing on the other side. Grab it and boop. Grab it and boop. There we go. That way it's fanned out just a bit. But now we run into it's not hugging it. Yep. And this is where it's actually a little easier for me on a flat one. You know, though I say that, and that worked out pretty well. I just have my fingers in there, and I'm grabbing, and I'm pushing in like that. So it'll just hug the little butt of the stone. And then bringing this up and over. Oops. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. It's wanting to just slip and slide around and out. So I'm actually going to split off. Oh, thumbnail, how I missed that one that way. And that one that way. On the front and back stones, or wires. Do you have an education in geology, or are you self-taught? Completely self-taught. Wikipedia here all the way. And I'm going to go 3 finger widths to start with, and then see how that works. But I'm just going to make a nice little organic spiral. Ah, right on, Alice. Drive safe. Just spiraling that right down. Like that. And then let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. There we are. Squishy bits. In arm's length. Right on. Or EVOO, I think you meant. I like how that one came out, but it's the nature of spirals is I can never get them to all be the same. What do you... I saved them in a little bin. Like these here are my bare copper, and then I also have a little bin for my enameled stuff. I'd like one day to experiment with melting it down, but I'm afraid of melting my house through fire. Yeah, that spiral's not really holding on quite the way I'd wanted it to. We'll see though. Excuse me. Oh, we got more questions adding up. Oh boy, lots. Okay, Tabby says, when you go mining, does it cost anything? Yeah, I answered that one. This bead does not have a hole in it. Um, I didn't make the heart, Tracy. I think it was gifted to me by one. Sparky's cat says, I'm working on filling my earring displays. How do you hang up your earrings on the displays? Do you keep them together like when you store them, or do you put them one in each hole? Um, I put one in each hole. Though that's yeah, it's like earring, earring, empty, earring, earring, empty. Though I have a friend who'll put both earrings through one hole, and then leave an empty, and then both earrings through one. And actually, I don't even think she leaves an empty. She really chalks it full, but it looks good with her work and it works. So that's I feel like the really important part is making sure that for whatever you do that it works. Do you put anything on any of your pliers to help them to not mar up the wire? I used to use stuff called Tool Magic, but it's honestly just the more you practice, the better you'll get at not slipping. Um, excuse me. Kathleen says, can I get 8mm jump rings that fit airsoft pellets in a cage? I've made 2 bracelets that turned out nice. Oh, where? I would recommend either Chainmail Joe on Amazon or the Ring Lord. J Max says, I've macrame and I'm having problems with keeping the knots behind and the nice even knots on top. Wish you could do a macrame tutorial. Right on. I think I will do a macrame tutorial for y'all. It's a lot of fun for sure. Hey Gwen, she says, have you played with memory wire? Do you like using it, making bracelets? Yeah, I do find it has for me, a pretty limited use, but it's really good for what it is and for what it does. Okay, so I'm coming in. Hey Kilburn, how's it going? And just hooking this around, hopefully both. There we go. Yeah, I think I like this a lot better. I'm actually going to bend this out some so I can actually get my fingers in there to do some wrapping. Oh, also, just a note for everyone who is one of our Craft Along Kit subscribers on Patreon, those should be shipping out on Monday. So if you haven't, I really recommend signing up for the informed delivery through USPS if you're a continental, like continental United States. If you're international, oh, I don't know if there's a service that does that, but the informed delivery will give you, in the US, it'll give you like stop-by-stop updates of where your packages are. So it's pretty cool. And I'm not gonna lie, it makes it a lot easier than Randy and I having to hunt down everybody's tracking info. Because usually, you know, when people are happy, they don't want to know. Like they're fine with, yeah, my package will get here when it gets here. It's always when something bad has happened that they're like, hey, where's my package? And I'm like, oh god, oh no. So we'll still hunt it down, but if you just like being kept up to date, it's a pretty good service. Okay, well, I only did 4 rotations, but hopefully that'll be all right. Do you use round wire or flat wire or half round? Here I'm using round and half round. I really prefer half round for doing these wraps, though honestly, if I could find a really small flat, I'd try that out too, just to see. Okay. But yeah, by having that bind there, it's a lot more stable, I think, than this right here. But we'll see. Mind says, so the real question is, when is the heart going to be available for purchase? I'll put it up on Etsy, because the main thing to watch out for is it's a pretty thick piece. So, because honestly, normally I wouldn't make something like this for in the booth, because people would be like, it's really bulky, and I don't know if they'd buy it, you know? Jackie says, can the marks on the wire be gripping too tight? I think I do that. It definitely plays a part in it. Though sometimes if you grip too loose, it'll flick off and give like a little pinch. Is it too early to say I want that heart? It'll be going up on Etsy right after the live stream. So first come, first serve. Um, good luck. May the odds ever be in your favor. Okay. Now we do also have some other pieces up on our Etsy as well. But I'm going to say it's been a minute since I've actually been able to sit down and do some wire wrapping. It's just time consuming. I mean, y'all know that, but it feels good. It feels like I'm coming back to myself here these past couple weeks and able to, actually finish up some projects. Also, just quick off-topic question. Who here would be interested in seeing more Sims 4 videos on Randy's Randy Vaughn channel? Randy Nice Gaming channel. Because I've been playing a lot of The Sims 4 and it makes me feel guilty for not working. So I'm like, maybe I can turn this thing I enjoy into work. But also I want to show y'all my house builds and stuff because those are a lot of fun. And our niece Maddie actually showed me how to upload houses to the gallery so y'all could download the houses if you're fellow simmers. JMax says you mentioned soft wire. What do you mean? Just wire that if you can purchase it from like Rio Grande or something, they'll say like you can choose, especially for silver, between dead soft, half hard, and full hard. And like full hard, I like for like bezels and stuff for metal smithing. But for wire wrapping, I do prefer dead soft. So it's just the stiffness of the wire. Oh, and I missed a question. D had asked, what size are the reels of parawire that you get? This one is 26 gauge, and it's in a spool of 1,250 feet. There's also quite a few that if it's like a color I don't use a whole lot of, I get their 150-foot spools. I don't know, I get the biggest spools that I can. They're very economical. Then also asked, was going to make rosary necklaces for my in-laws. Do you suggest making wire rings to hook the beads together or stringing them? I personally think making bead links like this here are more durable than the strung beads. But that's just my opinion. Jean, the craft kits are for sale up on my Etsy. If we're sold out, I'm gonna have to get more together and repost them. But also, we do a monthly subscription for craft along kits on our Patreon. Though also, I'm not gonna lie, the Patreon can sometimes be a little bit more limited than what we have in the craft along kits because you're also getting our digital download tier. You're also getting all of the behind the scenes stuff. But I try to give you guys your money worth for sure. And also on Etsy, it charges you shipping, whereas on Patreon, a lot of our $20 pledgers, especially the international ones, it only costs you, should only cost you $20 USD, but 13 to 15 of that is actually going to shipping. So, we kind of take a hit there, but we feel like it's worth it for international folks. It would be a really cool piece of art, babe. And I could probably, honestly, make some out of resin. Like some faceted hearts or something. Gwen asks, I'm having trouble working with multiple wires. Try to do like a pyramid. I start off 2 on the first one and go having trouble starting it. What to suggest? I don't know, Gwen. I'm having a hard time picturing what you're asking. Right on. Right on, Fairy. And it's perfectly okay to rewrap older work too. Oops. Well, that just flipped right off. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more of a solid stabilization wrap. There we go. And so now I'm wrapping... I don't know what I got into out in the garden, but my fingernails are filthy. I'm so sorry. I do bathe sometimes, I promise. Okay. So that's wrapping around both wires. I'm actually going to take these two front ones. If it's a little like 4 square. Those are our 2 front wires. And I'm just going to bend them kind of maybe over this way. Sure. Why not? Do it, love?
Here lately, everything you've been putting on Etsy's been basically a one of a kind.
Yeah.
And you might want to repeat that because I don't know if you can hear me.
Oh, Randy wanted to mention to y'all that just about everything I've been posting to Etsy here lately has been one of a kind. Which he's not wrong. Okay. And so now I'm just going to continue wrapping both of these. I couldn't wait to get to the live stream, but after spending the last 52 hours in the hospital. Holy crap, Kathy! Take a nap. We'll be here on the replay. I hope you're alright. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to use up the rest of this. Ooh, right on, Jody. I kind of wish I had done like an actual tutorial on this, but it's just sitting down and filming. Like, of course, this has been the quietest hour we have ever experienced in this house, like in my life. But to sit down and film, like, there's always like some having to do like voiceovers and stuff because he's always in the background, like farting in his mouth, just being a dog. Okay. So I'm going to open this up, trying to get this curved around so I can feed it through this center loop. Kind of wish I'd done that center loop last, but we can fit through. Right, trying to stay in camera. Just feeding that through. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, this 16 gauge wire is pretty brutal. I'm gonna have to get pictures of this for like on the internet. I'm really liking how this one's looking. But yeah, just trying to get this maybe if I just do one at a time. Yeah, there we go. Getting it cinched down. And now we can put the mandrel back in and give it a bit of a twist. Now this one I think I'm going to continue to the back and then just snip and tuck. Ooh, and it's always at this point before I start really cutting wires and like, it's like cutting the threads of life. It's like, no more can that become something else. Oof. That is probably over dramatic, but I've been listening to a lot of fantasy books here lately. Yep, just tucking that in so nothing pokey. And then this one, and I want to follow this curve that's happening. So I'm actually going to bring this down, and I think I'm going to snip it here. Right on, Dee. Well, thank you. I'm glad y'all like it. I'm really enjoying making it. Ooh, I really hope this spiral comes out nice. Okay. There we go. Just tightening that in and down to fill that space just a bit. I'm not entirely certain what to do with this little thing. I guess, oh, maybe taking a risk. Let's do it anyways. I'm gonna try my super petite tipped. Fresh pot of coffee sounds good. Yeah. Those ones just don't have the strength to shape around. Where's my knife? Ouch. Oh, porcupine quill. Dang it, right into my hand. Ooh. But yeah, this one will be going up on Etsy later today, so be sure to keep an eye out. Give it a solid over smush so it stays in place. And now this one, I think I want to do just a little. Coming around. Man, y'all, I've been in the zone on this one. Holy crepe! I made a thing. It's not done yet. I need to stabilize this guy. He's a little too wobbly. So let's see. Oh, I used up all my... Here we go. Yeah. What a crazy random happenstance. What a perfect piece of random 26 gauge wire just sitting here waiting for me to do something with it. Okay. So yeah, this is 26 gauge in the same color. And I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just to get nice and stabilized. And then how am I gonna stitch? Okay. I'm gonna pull this guy out just a hair, just so I can get in there. Thread through. It's almost like sewing with a needle and thread sometimes. There's 2. I'm gonna do 3 on this bad boy. Sorry, I don't know why I talk, you guys. Like, just the dumbest stuff comes out of my mouth. I spend way too long on the internet looking at memes. 3, 4, 5. Ouch. Gosh, I miss you, thumbnail. Please grow back so I can abuse you again. Mind the corner is like, please talk. Sorry. Sorry. I'm just grunting and mumbling. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What's up, babe?
You grunting and mumbling.
Yeah, basically. See, this is the Randy, or this is the me that Randy, like, knows and loves, I guess, is the one that just grunts and mumbles. And spews little snippets of copyright infringement. So there's 1. Tricky fish. And 2. Anytime I can avoid actually having to do that sewing motion makes me happy. Yes. Okay. So there's 3. And now there... Is that 3? Yes. Okay. Ooh. Carmen, that's a really good idea. Grunting and mumbling. No, I mean, it should be, probably, but I just... It's an all-day, everyday thing for me. Sorry. NSFW, I guess. 4 and 5. And now I think I'm going to stabilize this guy to this wire as well. And I'm almost feeling like I should have coiled up the entire length of this one. And then possibly done like, I don't know, just I feel like the coiling... In a perfect world, if I had had more of the half round, I would have just done a bind point here, here, and here. But there's that. There's always next time. Oh, dinky little... I don't know how full, like, I didn't realize how much I take for granted my really strong fingernails because this thumbnail got ripped off. Like, it was like back here and it's already growing back quite a bit, but it's certainly not where the other one is yet. Um, I miss it, guys. I miss it hard. Okay. Right on, Christy. Well, it's I think normal for an artist to have like an eye at their work to be like, what could be different, what could be better, what could be, you know, in a perfect world, how else would it be done? And I don't know, it's the nature of it. Like it's haunting and it's like, God, can't I just enjoy something for what it is, like for once? But also it helps with growth, I think. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm totally loving this. Like, I love this piece. I did not think that I would be able to do something that I liked with this heart. But no. I'm a super happy Vaughn right now. As long as I don't, like, ruin it. Gotcha, Gwen. Yeah. Okay, so there's our third. And now I'm going to do the 5 to finish. Ah, that one's just a little loose. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Woohoo! So now I feel a lot more solid about about this piece staying in its wrap. Ooh, right on. Well, I mean I've actually got pretty decent nail growth. I feel like for the most. Gosh, I'm just filthy though. But like some of them, like that one, I think it's still trying to fall off. But life of working hands, I suppose. If it's not wire wrapping or in the garden, it's something else. And then snipping those off. Getting in and swoosh. Tucking those in. Alright, guys. We made a thing. And I think this is definitely a two-sided pendant. It's kinda... Hey, Randy. Is it just me or is this a little Kingdom Heartsy?
No.
It's just me?
It's just you.
What like the backside?
I don't know what's back
I
there.
don't know. Look at the screen.
I'm looking at it.
Well... Can you see it now?
No. You're still stitching it.
Oh, gosh. You've got super lag. Okay, here. I'm gonna just... Oh, God, my butt hurts from sitting.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah, the back side of it, I guess.
Okay. Oof. Alrighty. Yeah. Oh, that would be a cool little owl. Well, thanks, guys. I love it. You almost can't even tell that it's a heart anymore, but that's okay. I really like this side. I wanna go wire wrap more stuff. I like it. Guys, I don't know if you know, I like wire wrapping. I just fell in love with it. It does. It looks like a potion bottle. Oh, AMZ. For sure. Speaking of potion bottles, do you guys want me to put these up on my Etsy? Wrong lever, crunk. Because I think I'll be updating these 3 to Etsy this afternoon. These are fully functional, like, you can put, like, oils or... Oops. Super durable, too, surprisingly. You can put oils or herbs or rocks or just whatever you want. Ooh, birthday's coming up. But, yeah. I like them. Ooh, they make a horrible noise. Oof. Gosh, I can feel it in my teeth. So you might want to, like, grease them up or something. But I really liked the caps. But, yeah. Yeah. You can put your... I'm not even going to say it. Ooh, I do. For sure. And these are electroformed, genuine quartz crystals with pure copper on the tops. So, Beeswax stops horrible noises. That's good to know, Mystic. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to just sit here and like play with this one for a bit. I really like that. I guess I'm gonna have to whip out more rocks and wire wrap a little bit more since my hands are already hurting. I like wire wrapping, right? Well, I don't know. It had been a minute since I felt like in love with it, if that makes sense. But this piece, I feel in love with it again. It's like meeting an old friend and catching back up. I like that. What are the turquoise baubles on the left side up by your tentacles? These are little lampwork glass pieces that I gotten from Fire Mountain Gems like 8 years ago that I'm going to do up on hemp necklaces. But I stopped using them because it's like the glass on the bail is so like delicate. Like, I don't know. Right on, AJ. I buy directly from Parawire's website whenever I order from them, but they do have it on Amazon as well. But honestly, like on their website, they have like a $50 minimum, I think. Don't quote me on it. It might just be 30. But if you're stocking up, that's really easy to hit. And I'm not gonna lie, this stuff doesn't go bad. Okay. So now, giveaway time. I don't know why I bother doing my makeup and hair for these videos, because then I just hide behind the camera the whole time. Quite possibly a macrame puzzle to supplement the glass. There's absolutely stunning piece. Oh, well, thank you, Tabbies. Okay. Pokes you with a stick. Ooh, Anne, save those. Or send them to me and I'll make stuff out of them. And I'll send you one. Okay. Hey, Randy. You ready for the giveaway? Yeah. Oh, I like that saddle seat, but it does, it gives me a sore rump.
Alright, so I went from 110.
Uh-huh.
To 127.
Ooh, 127 unique commenters.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hey!
Jim!
Jim! You won the earrings!
James Witt! He says, it's all my fault. This is the best I could poo on short notice. My phone battery overheated. I think it killed the components of the phone. All my pics, numbers, game passwords, and Discord went poof.
Oh, that's.
Oh no, that's the worst, Jim. Do you want some earrings?
Congratulations.
This is a perfect excuse for me to send off that box of Jim stuff. I've been okay. So, CFA says I have a hard time cutting 14 gauge wire. What pliers do you recommend? I just use little electrical snips, but 14 gauge would be pretty hard on them. Quite possibly using some heavier duty wire cutters and then filing the end down. So happy I've been asking for
Jim,
this one.
you're a winner.
Jim. Jim. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, here, will you take a picture of these as thing?
Sure.
Thank you. So, Jim, you won. You won the giveaway. And I'm also going to be sending you a box of all that other stuff that I've been saving to send to you when I haven't, because I'm a bad person. Candy says, I have no idea what to make at the moment. Any ideas? I don't know. I'm into wire wrapping right now, so maybe some wire wrapped earrings or pendants. Jean, as far as I've experienced, I'm very allergic to nickel. That's actually part of what got me into making jewelry, and I've never had any problems with it, irritating me. So, did you make that? Can I show them?
Turn around.
Who is this? Maddie just made a little sculpture. Oh, look at his butt cheeks! That booty. Maddie, this is phenomenal. Who is it? Is it just somebody?
No, like a butler.
It's a butler? Oh, we're gonna bake him. But look at He's thick with 2 C's. I want a butler like that. A butler?
Butler.
Oh, get it? Because of his butt. Okay, just checking. So we're gonna go and like bake some polymer clay. Yeah, butler. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And for another great live stream. I've had a fantastic time. So we're gonna get back to work, and actually I'm probably gonna go play The Sims for like an hour at least.
We got work to do.
I know, but I'm addicted. Okay, I love you guys. Bye-bye. Happy crafting.
Congratulations, Jim.
Yeah, congratulations, Jim. That's a long time coming. Oh, yeah. Oh, I already clicked stop, I think. Well, if you guys can